I'm making this video to share how I sort through Lego. I think it's very helpful in what I do, and I wish I would have known about this when I was a kid. Probably wouldn't have lost as many. I'm sure some went down the heat register and probably got vacuumed up. But what I like to do is go to a used music store and get a drum head. I think this is for a floor drum, and they sell them for $8, but I think I was able to talk the guy down to $4. Just go ask for their used drum heads. So this thing's pretty big. It's almost 2 feet maybe, but it's lightweight. It's got this this bowl shape to it. It's got a nice metal rim which keeps its shape, and this will hold all of your brick in. As long as you don't over pour it onto here, it'll hold all your brick from falling out over the edges. But what I do is I get a handkerchief from or bandana, whatever you call them, from a craft store. You can usually buy these for $1. Get a solid color, because if it's a pattern, it'll kind of throw your vision off and you can get the bricks lost in the pattern. But I like to get black or white, or kind of a wild color like a neon pink or orange. Something that you can easily pick out the different colors of brick. But you lay this one out here, then you pour your brick on top of it. If whatever you're sorting, or if you're building with something, you can spread this out, look through it fairly quickly this way. I'd say never put any more than like a plastic shoebox full or a 1 gallon Ziploc bag full on one of these floor drum heads, or else it'll just be too big of a pile and it'll be hard to get to the bottom to look through the whole thing. But the reason I use this bandana is you can simply fold in all 4 corners and grab the brick that way, so you're not picking it up with your hand piece by piece. You can grab the whole thing, transfer it easily. If you need the table free, you can just lift up the whole drum head. It's a little bit flexible, but you can still grab it. If you have a lot of brick on here, probably use both hands. But it's very convenient and modular. You can just move it around wherever you want. But what I like to do is, after I've grabbed all 4 corners, the bandana, you put it in your container. This really helps if you have a gallon bag, but you let loose of one of the corners and you kind of use it as a funnel. Kind of grab the top part, make sure that you got the corners and then the 2 ends so it doesn't spill out, and then you just kind of shake it and funnel it down in there, and then it's all clear of the bandana and it's in your container, and you don't have brick all over the carpet. I would suggest, I know kids like playing on the floor a lot, but I would suggest that they get on a table with maybe a few of these, or if you can't find these, maybe get some cheap hula hoops from the toy store. They might even have them at some of the dollar stores. And if you want to just use the hula hoop on the surface, and that way that the brick won't get out of the circle, you could do that. Or you could get a large piece of cloth, either cut your own or use like a bed sheet and lay down in the hoop, and that way you can just grab the corners like I did and quickly pour it into the container instead of having to pick it up piece by piece, or worse yet, get a bunch of hairs and whatever else might be on your carpeting, and it kind of saves it from getting in your collection. It's going through the Lego in the past and sorting it out. I've come across a lot of hair, a lot of popcorn kernels, and a few spider and bug parts. So doing it this way, I think, would help keep your collection cleaner, as well as save a lot of time getting brick all over the carpet and having to pick it off piece by piece or handful by handful. I just wish that I knew about this technique when I was about 8 or 10.